Hey there guys, Harley 77 Cycles. In this video we're going to show you how to change the bearings inside your 6-speed main drive gear. We are also going to show you how to remove the piece that always gets left behind when you are pulling out your main drive gear out of the case. The inner race from your main drive gear bearing. It always gets stuck. The bearing usually crumbles apart. But anyways, we show you how to remove that, show you how to change the bearings inside that main drive gear. We hope this video helps. As always, if you've got any questions, feel free to give us a call, email, or send us a message through Facebook or Instagram. Okay, so first up, to see if you want to reuse your main drive gear, you want to look in here real fast and look at the dogs. See, there's very, very minimal wear in this one here, which this one here we would definitely pass. That one in there, we definitely would not. But you just definitely want to look at this and just make sure that they're not rounded over, because you got to think, you've got dogs on here too, you want them to be nice and square when they're going to engage into each other. I've got a couple of them here on the table. This one here would pass as well as far as the wear on the sides there. It's very minimal. It is. But this one here, this is off of one of the cores that we got. Somebody was really mean to the nut. They probably spun it off with an impact or something, I don't know. But we are going to show you, because most of the time when you pull these main drive gears out of the main drive gear bearing inside the case, this inner race of that bearing usually comes with it, and we're going to show you guys how to remove that first. We're going to do this by using this snap-on tool here. It is called a bearing separator. There's the part number that we use. They sell these at AutoZone, O'Reilly's, all your regular parts stores. It's nothing really that's special, but it does grab a hold of that race and make it definitely an easy job. We're going to go ahead and put this around that race and get it ready. We're going to put it in the arbor press. First things first, we will go ahead and peel this O-ring off there. Got to get that out of the way. It will make pulling that off a hell of a lot easier. So you can see this groove here. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. There's a groove right there. See if I can show up in the camera. That's what you want this bearing separator to grab a hold of. They're snug. Don't want to go too tight, because it is hardened. You go too tight and it will shatter it, and you want to watch your eyes, trust me. Alright, so everything is set up, ready to go for the arbor press. Everything's on its stands, all that. You're going to make sure we put this over the top here. It does take some pretty good pressure to get these off there. But it is as simple as that. Alright, so next up we're going to go ahead and remove this seal here. We'll get that out of the way. I always like to grab a rag. This is the seal puller we always use. But get in there under one lip, hold on to it good. There she is. Now you can see in there and see the clips. This lighting in here kind of sucks, but there's a clip up here. Go ahead and take that out. Take the one off the back side as well. And with these clips, I definitely would recommend some safety glasses. These can be a real pain getting out of there. And like any other retaining rings, they can come out. a million mile an hour. And there she is. Alright, that is out of the way. See if I can get the flashlight here. See if this will help. You can see in there the groove. Okay, for getting this bearing out, you are going to need a blind hole puller. We actually use one out of our wheel bearing kit. It just ends up being the right one. We just keep replacing it as it gets worn out. But basically with this tool, you stick that in to the bearing, obviously, and you want it to reach the back side of that bearing. But you stick this in there, and as you tighten this up, as you draw that, these spread out, obviously. So I'll just kind of show you. Kind of feel it in there. And as you tighten this, I'm not going to do it while on here, but you want to make sure that it is staying on the back side of that bearing. Once you got it lined up, make sure she's snug, that way it ain't gonna try to pull through there. I gotta get this phone call. Okay, so now you can see that that is on the other side of the bearing, just ever so slightly. Okay, so an old 883 cylinder actually works pretty good. That's actually what we use every time we've got to do this job. But that's really the only thing they are good for. But anyways, we've got that blind hole puller in there. We've got a sleeve or a bar that actually fits through that bearing and works excellent as a guide. You can even use an extension for a socket or whatever, just something square, obviously. But we are supporting this main drive gear by the gear itself. Go ahead and get this knocked out of there. Go ahead and shift this over just a little bit. Shut that in. And there she goes. And there she is. Now you can kind of see how I've got that in there. Basically, you're just going to do the same thing to the other side. You don't, now that spacer and that is out of the way, you can put a socket in there, use an extension, and get the other side. Okay, so now we've got it set up. This bottom support is hollow. That way the bearing, when we're pressing it out, it's got somewhere to go. You can use just a socket that is similar to the same outside diameter as that bearing to push through this other side, and an extension. You can also use a hydraulic press. You do not have to use an arbor. We really like using our arbor because we can tell if it's trying to side bind or anything like that, to where the hydraulic press likes to just literally explode shit. And there she is. All we did is put a spacer in there. We've got literally, I'll move the camera, that whole rack there. That's one of the best tool sets we've actually bought. That thing, we use it every day. But like I said, you can use a socket. Just make sure it's just slightly smaller than the outside diameter, because these do have just a slight ramp in there on the other side. Don't try to put one that's thicker that bottoms out in there and yada yada yada. It will literally get stuck in there. So try to find one, like I said, that is just slightly smaller than that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take this to our parts washer. Make sure there's no debris in there from any kind of bearing failure or anything that happened inside the transmission, because like we said before in the previous video, stuff can get in there, grit, stuff like that, and wipe out these bearings. We definitely recommend to replace these bearings every time. If you got the cassette out, definitely press this main drive gear out, even if everything looks good. Change out the bearing in the case and change out these bearings in here. This can wipe out a good cassette, even a brand new one. And that costs money, and that's a big headache. That's the kind of shit that can keep your bike parked on the weekend instead of going out and riding with your buddies. Okay, so now everything is clean, everything is ready to go. We have checked inside. Nothing's gonna stop the clips in there from seating well. Everything's nice and clean for the bearings to slide in. There's no nicks, there's no nothing that's gonna grab as far as pressing the bearings in. We like to use this white lithium grease when we go to press the bearings in. We'll go ahead and wipe that in there. Go ahead and do both sides. Okay, now for the bearings that we are going to press in, we pull them one at a time. We do put them in the freezer. It shrinks it, makes it a hell of a lot easier to press into that main drive gear. We'll go ahead and pull this out. It is a 8042. And we will go ahead and get this pulled out of the package and ready to go. Okay, so you are going to want to press up against the number side of the bearing. It does not matter which side you start with first. Everything's just already set up here like that. We're gonna go ahead and slide that in. Find something to go up against it. And you can go too far very easily. Do these. You can see where the clip is. Obviously, you're just going to press to where it goes ever so slightly past the clip. Don't see it yet. We're almost there. Just kind of bump it some. A little more. and that looks spot on. We're going to go ahead and put our clip in there, and then we'll put our new spacer in there, and we'll turn around and do the other side. Make sure that you put that spacer in there before you press this other bearing in. You really screw the pooch if you don't. Now, we do have these clips available on our website. The part number is 10991. Now, here's that stock spacer, right? Look how chintzy that is. Now, here is the better spacer. Big difference. Same height, same width. Inner diameter is actually the same as the bearings, slightly smaller. That way the main shaft is actually riding in the bearings. But the part number for this one right here is 11599. That is available on our website as well. So we do like to set the pulley nut side on something soft. That is a big chunk of aluminum there. Again, we're going to press up against the number side. We like to set that up against aluminum, that way it doesn't tear up the threads. Okay, so this seal that we pulled out first with our seal puller, you do not want to put that in this main drive gear until the shaft, the cassette is all the way in and all that. If not, you'll hit one of these corners of this seal and you will rip it. Do this last. While you've got this sitting right here, it's a lot easier in your hands. Go ahead and put some assembly lube on these bearings. And you're ready now to just slide this O-ring on here. Do not forget to slide that O-ring on there before you press this back into that main drive gear bearing inside the case. That is a big no-no. Put the O-ring on and take some white lithium grease again and wipe around that O-ring. That way it's nice and slick as you're trying to press that in to the new main drive gear bearing. And that's pretty well all we've got. Everything is ready to go. Like I said, if you've got any questions at all during any of this, definitely feel free to email us harley.77cycles@yahoo.com, PM us on Facebook Messenger, Instagram, or call us 217-682-3257, or you can also contact us straight through the website www.77cycles.com. Thank you guys for watching, and we hope this helped.